Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel and do share this video to your friends who are watching this. Also, we have found that 40% of the students who are watching us have not subscribed to the channel. Please do subscribe it so that will get daily videos regarding CAT preparation, SAT, SNAP and MAT, SAMAT. Along with that, there is a WhatsApp group which is present there. The link is given in the description box. What you can do here is click on that link and join the WhatsApp group. Post that you can also connect me on LinkedIn where we'll share ideas to you. So guys, if you're planning to apply ISB PGP 2027-28 batch, this video is very important for you. Every year, thousands of students and working professionals apply to ISB. Many of them have good GMAT or GRE score, strong work experience and good profile. But even then, some applications get delayed because of small mistake while filling up the form. For example, choosing the wrong program, entering incorrect details, uploading the wrong document, or missing an important section. These mistakes are very simple, but they can create unnecessary problems during the application process. In this video, I'll explain the entire ISB application from step by step in simple English. We'll cover registration, documents, education details, work experience, essays, recommendation letter, and finally, how to submit your application. I'll also share the common mistake that applicants make every year so that you can avoid the mistakes and submit your application form without any confusion. So if you are serious about getting into ISP, watch this video till the end because a small mistake can save you making a costly money. If you look at the round 1 deadline for ISP, 20 September 2026 is the last date to apply for it. The fees is around 5,000 rupees. If you look at program, they are saying that you should have minimum 2 years of work experience and then you have to go through the essays and letter of recommendations. Now, before you start filling the application form, there is one important thing that every ISB application should know. Once you submit the application, ISB doesn't immediately start evaluation your profile. The first step is to application verification. ISP usually takes almost 20 days to verify your application and check whether all the information and documents are correct. Now, an important part here is if ISB finds any missing document or any mismatch in your application form, then they will inform you. But you will get 3 days to correct the mistake and upload the required document. If you miss the deadline, your application won't be rejected immediately, but it can be moved to the next application round. That means you may lose the advantage of applying early. In some cases, you could also miss the better scholarship opportunities. This is exactly why filling up the application carefully is very important. And in this video, I'll show you every section of the form and tell you the common mistake that students are missing so that you are not going to face the same problems here, right? If you look at the current batch, the seats are around 800 plus for Hyderabad campus and Mohali campus. There are two campuses of them, and you will get 20 days to verify your submitted application. Post that 3 days to correct any flag document. So make sure that whatever you are giving it, it has to be authentic. Don't make mistakes while filling it up. Now let's look at the important dates for ISB PGP application 2028. ISB has three application rounds. Round 1 deadline is 20 September 2026. Round 2 is 6 September 2026. Round 3 deadline is 17 January 2027. So my suggestion is very simple. If your profile is ready, try to apply in round 1. Why? The application fees is very low, guys. In round 1, the fees is around 5,000 rupees. Round 2 and round 3, it increases up to 7,500 rupees. And if you are a reapplicant, you have to pay 2,500 rupees. Second, applying early also gives you a better chance to be considered for scholarship because more scholarship funds are available in first round. So if you miss a deadline for round 1, don't worry, your application can move to the next round, but you will have to pay higher fees. Another interesting fact is that 20 to 25% of the ISB reapplicants is reapplicants. So if you are applying again, don't think that it will negatively affect your chances. ISB clearly mentioned that the reapplicants are evaluated just like every other applicant. So remember these dates, plan your essays, document all these things in advance, and avoid waiting until the last date. Now that you know the deadlines, let's move to the first step of the application process, that is registration process, which is very important when it comes to ISB, which is number one B school into the country. Now let's move to the first step application, where many applicants think registration is a small formality and quickly fill it without paying much attention. But that's a mistake, because the information you enter here will be used throughout the application. First, you will need to create your account using personal ID. I recommend using an email that you can check regularly, because ISB will send all important updates, including application status and interview communication, to this email. Next, you will enter the basic details like your name, mobile number, citizenship, current city, graduation year, work experience, designation, and industry. Now comes an important point where, while selecting the program, make sure you choose the post-graduation program full-time. Many applicants accidentally select PGP YL, PGP Pro, and PGP Max because these options appear in the same list. So choosing the wrong program can create unnecessary problems later. Another mistake that many people making is entering their name incorrectly. The name that you enter during registration is automatically carried to the entire application and cannot be changed later. So before clicking submit, make sure that you will submit and check that your name exactly matches to your official academic documents, such as your class 10, class 12, mark sheet. Once you complete the registration, ISP will send you a password setup email. So if you don't receive it, guys, you can contact to the admissions team, talk to them. Don't rush through the registration process. Spend extra time before checking every detail, because it becomes the foundation of your entire application. Now that registration is complete, let's see which documents you should keep handy while filling up the form, right? So make sure that you are going to create that account, you are going to put out the details, you are going to choose the right program, not YL, PR, or Max program. Post that, you will get that email. You have to respond to that email if you face any issues, right? Now let's talk about the next process of ISB, which is very interesting and important, guys. Before you start filling up the application form, I have important suggestion for you. Keep all your documents ready in one folder. ISB application is quite detailed, and if you start filling it without your own documents, you will have to stop again and again to search for files. This is not only going to waste your time, but it also increases the chances of making mistakes. So I'll tell you what documents you should keep ready. First, you will need a passport size paragraph, mainly photograph, and valid ID proof like Aadhaar or passport. Now, keep all your academic documents ready. This includes your class 10 and class 12 mark sheet, graduation mark sheet, and degree certificate. If you have completed post graduation or any professional qualification, keep this document ready. Now, if your medium of instruction was not English, you'll also need IELTS or TOEFL scorecard. For entrance test, keep your GMAT or GRE report, and test center confirmation. Sleep is very important. If you are a working professional, keep your last 3 months salary slip, offer letter, and bank statement as proof of income. If you are self-employed, you will need documents like your business registration certificate, income proof, company bank statement, profit and loss statement. And finally, if you are planning to mention any awards or achievements in your application, keep the supporting certification ready. Trust me, spending 15 to 20 minutes in terms of organizing these documents before you begin will make the entire application much smoother. Now, all the documents are ready for you. Let's move to the next section of the application, which is personal information and identity details. Right? Just a second, guys. Let me omit this. Now, let's move to the personal information section. This section looks simple, but many applicants make small mistakes. So, fill every detail carefully. First, you will see your name. Remember, this name comes directly from the registration form. If you entered it incorrectly during the registration, you won't be able to edit it here. Next, upload your passport size photograph. Make sure the photo follows the size limited which is mentioned in the application. A blurred or incorrect photo can create problem during the verification. After that, enter your mobile number and your address. If your current address is different from your permanent address, fill it correctly. Then comes the identity proof section. You can upload your Aadhaar card or passcode depending upon what you want it to see. Make sure all the details are extremely visible and match the information you have entered into the application. Post that, you'll also need to select your preferred interview city. Choose the city which is most convenient for you because this is where you would prefer to attend your interview if shortlisted. You'll also notice a few optional fields like your LinkedIn profile and disability details. These are optional, so don't worry if they don't apply to you. And most important tip for this session is actually the entire application. Always click the save button before moving to the next section and closing the application. The ISB application is quite long and most applicants complete it over multiple days. So if you forgot to save your progress, you may have to enter everything from scratch. So make it at a habit, complete a section, click save, and then move to the next section. Now that your personal details are completed, guys, let's move to the important section of the application, which is education details and GMAT GRE score. So guys, let's move to the one of the important section, which is education details and test scores. First, you will have to enter your academic details, whatever academic details that you have. A simple rule from my side is to remember that you should enter your qualification in reverse order. That means start with your recent degree, then move to the graduation, class 12th, and finally class 10th. For every classic qualification, you will need to enter your marks or CGPA and upload the required academic documents. While entering the CGPA, make sure you will mention the correct grading scale. For example, if your university follows a 10-point scale, enter it accordingly. If your medium of instruction was not English, you'll also need to upload your IELTS or TOEFL scorecard. Now, let's talk about GMAT or GRE section because this is where many applicants make a costly mistake. ISB accept only tests center-based GMAT or GRE score. If you are taken online or at home version of GMAT or GRE, the score is not valid for ISB PGP application. Keep this thing into your mind. So before you start the application, make sure your score is from a physical test center. Post that, you'll also need to enter details like your test registration number score. If you have taken the test before your application deadline, but you haven't received the official scorecard report it, you can still enter your unofficial score. However, the official score must be later sent directly to the ISB by testing agency itself. So before submitting this session, double check all your academic details and test scores because small mistake can create problem during the verification. Now education details are complete. Let's move to the next session, which is awards, achievements, and work experience. This session helps you mainly helps the ISB to understand what you have achieved during the academics and what kind of professional experience you bring to the classroom. Let's start with awards and achievements and activities. If you receive any awards, if you won any competitions, held any leadership positions, or participated in any important activities, this is where you should mention. And one important thing that you should remember is if your achievement is at national or international level, selecting that option will automatically unlock the noticeable achievement section. So make sure you choose the correct participation level while filling up the form. If you receive multiple awards or participate in different activities, don't try to combine everything into one entry. Add each achievement separately and remember to click save after entry. Now let's talk about work experience, which is one of the most important part of ISB application. ISB require participant to have at least 24 months of full-time work experience before joining the program. So while filling up the section, mention your job role, company name, employment details, your key responsibilities, and one important thing that you should remember is internships, part-time jobs, campus placements. These don't count towards the 24 months of full-time work experience. So while writing your job responsibility, don't try to fit everything into one paragraph. Application has a character limit. So keep your points short, clear, focused. Mention your actual responsibility and impact. Take your time while filling up this section because your work experience plays an important role in helping the admission committee to understand about your professional journey. And now you have completed the work experience, Let's move to the next important part of application is the essays of the ISB. Now we have come to the most important section of the ISB application, the essays. Your GMAT score and work experience is important, but your essays tell the admissions team who you are as a person. This is your chance to explain your journey, your experiences, why you want to study at ISB. For the ISB PGP application, there are two mandatory essays and one application essay. First essay is leadership. So ISB wanted to know about the experiences that have shaped you, what experiences taught you in terms of leadership. You don't have to write about a big achievement. Even a small experience where you took responsibility, you solved a problem, or learned an important lesson will definitely help you out. Second essay is focusing on your learning journey and your reason to pursue an MBA. Here, ISB wants to understand what motivated you to apply for MBA, how your experience have prepared you for the next step in your career. So instead of writing general statements, use real life examples. And third one is optional essay. You can use this session to share something important that is not covered anywhere in the application. If you feel your application tells you the complete story, you don't have to write this essay. But if you have a unique experience or additional information that strengthen your profile, this is the right place that you should add. And here, one of the biggest mistake that applicants are making is many people try to write what they think ISB wants to hear. They use common leadership stories and generic MBA goals. Of course, they sound good, but they don't reflect their journey. Remember, the admissions committee reads thousands of essays every year. They can easily identify that they are copied or generic. So be honest, share your real experiences, explain what you have learned, and in your own terms. That's what an essay makes memorable. Don't try to finish your essay in one sitting. Write a draft, review it, improve it over a few days. Most importantly, save your work regularly. Maybe share it to your friends as well as ISB alums who are present there अगर आपके दोस्त हैं तो. Once these essays are complete, let's move to the final stage of application which is recommendation letter and final submission. Now we have reached to the final stage of ISB application which is recommendation letter and final submission. First talk about the letter of recommendation LLR. For the PGP application, you will need to one recommender. Many applicants think that two or three recommendation letters, but that's not true. ISB asks exactly one. Next question is who you should choose. The best option is your manager, mainly the current manager or direct supervisor. Someone who has closely worked with you, who you can talk about your performance, leadership, and growth. If you're an entrepreneur or working in a family business, you can choose a client or someone who knows your work very well. If you're applying with limited work experience, a professor who knows you beyond your academics can be a good choice. An important point for you to remember is that ISB will send the recommendation from directly to your recommender through mail. So make sure that you enter their details correct. An active profile email address. If you enter the wrong email or email that they don't regularly check, it can delay your application. Also, in the recommendation section, you will need to upload your income proof. If required, complete the declaration section. Read the declaration section carefully and answer honestly. Don't hide any information because ISB may verify the details later. Finally, you will be asked to select your campus preference, Hyderabad, Mohali, or indifferent. Remember, this is your preference. The final campus allocation is decided by ISB. Before you click submit, take few minutes to review your application one last time and check your personal details, document, essays, work experience. A final review can help you to catch small mistakes that are easy to miss but difficult to correct later. Now, before we end this video, let's quickly go through the next common mistakes that applicants are making every year that you should definitely avoid. So, before you submit your application, let's quickly revise the six common mistakes that application makes every year. Number one, taking the online GMAT or GRE. ISB accepts test center based GMAT or GRE. So, if you are taken online or at home version, this is not going to be valid for PGP. Mistake number two is selecting the wrong program. While registering, make sure that you will choose postgraduate program. which is full time. Many applicants accidentally select YL, YLP, Pro, PGP Max, which creates unnecessary problem. Third mistake is choosing the wrong recommender. ISB needs only one recommendation letter. Choose someone who knows your work very well instead of selecting a person who just there because they have a big designation. That will create a problem. Mistake number four is not saving your application regularly. Application, the ISB application long. So you'll probably complete it over multiple days. So after every section, please save. Otherwise, you will lose your progress. Mistake number five is filling incorrect details. Whether your name, marks, work experience, or test score, or always make sure that you are going to check everything before you submit. Small mistake can delay the verification progress. And finally, mistake number six is wait until the last day. Many applicants start filling the application just 1 or 2 days before the deadline. This creates unnecessary stress, and if you face any technical issue or documentation problem, you may not have enough time to fix it. So start early, keep your documents ready, review each section carefully, and submit your application before the deadline. So if you avoid these six mistakes, your application will be much smoother. Now, that was the complete ISP PGP 2027-28 application form guide. We covered everything from registration, documents, education, work experience, essays, recommendation letter, and finally the mistakes that you should avoid. If you are planning to apply this year, don't wait until the last few days. Start your application early. Keep all documents ready. Review every section before you click on the final submit button. And remember, the round 1 closes on 20 September. If your profile is ready, try to apply to the first round to maximize your chances for scholarships and last minute stays. If you have any questions about ISB application, GMAT or GRE or your profile, let me know in the comment box. I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this video. Share with someone who is planning to apply for ISB. Thank you so much for watching this. The link is given in the description box for WhatsApp. Join on that link and ask your questions. I'll see you in the next video. All the best for you when it comes to ISB application. And guys, lastly, do connect me on LinkedIn. Post that our mock test series have started. You can join on that mock test series. It is free of cost. So please, I know in market there are different mock tests are available, but you can please enroll into our mock test just to get a decent understanding of the industry.